Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be my everyday makeup drawer for, I want to say for summer as a whole. I don't know that I'll switch this up too much over the next few months because I feel like I have a lot of products in here. Sometimes when I get ready to film these videos, I switch out my products and I try to create more of a curated drawer, keep things a little more minimal, but this time around, I just threw in everything that I was excited to use, especially cheek products because that's been like my go-to category lately. And I didn't really hold back. And there's also a lot of products that are just current staples that I use all the time. So I'm excited to just sit down, hang out with you guys, chat about what I'm loving, and then also share a couple of new releases I'm currently trying out or I will be trying out during the next few weeks. I think I got my camera set up in a way that it will focus on swatches today, which I'm excited about because if you watch these videos or my declutters, you know that I can't typically get my camera to focus very well, but I think it should work today, so it looks like it. So I'll swatch some of the new products for you and just hang out and chat. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. It will be a little bit of a longer one, but just a more casual video where we can talk about makeup. So let me know what you're up to in the comments, which products you're currently loving, and let's jump into it and kick it off with cheek products. Let's start with a few cream and liquid products. So I got this a few weeks ago. It's from Flower Beauty. It's a little bit of a newer launch. It's the Spotlight Liquid Highlighter, and I have the shade Opal. This is such a gorgeous product. A lot of you guys told me that it is a very good dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury liquid highlighters, which I haven't tried. And I was kind of thinking about trying those, but they're obviously a lot more expensive, so I thought I would try this first. And a lot of you said don't even go with those because this one is so similar. And it's not a product that I use all the time where I feel like I need to add a bunch of liquid highlighters to my collection, but it's really fun to have, and I think it's just such a gorgeous product that works really well. I've been so surprised by how much I've loved it. I've been wanting to try out more liquid blushes. Oh, I totally forgot. I ordered the Rare Beauty blush. I got it a few days ago, and I forget which shade I got. It's upstairs in my bathroom because I was doing my makeup upstairs yesterday, and I love it. I totally understand the hype, so that is a liquid blush that I'll be using as well. But then I just got these in the mail. These are the blush bombs from Makeup Revolution. This is a new launch. This one is Peach Filter, and this one is Dolly Rose. So I've tried them a few times, and they're really pretty on the skin. These almost have like a little bit of, I want to say like an oily texture to them. So as you blend them out on the skin, they look really smooth, very, very glowy. But I do think they tend to erase the foundation underneath just a little bit, which I think is probably a common occurrence with liquid products. If I am going for more of a natural makeup look, it's not usually a big deal. So I'll keep testing them out and let you guys know my final thoughts in a little while. But so far, I do think they are nice. Last month, I had the Persona Cosmetics cream bronzer and then also another cream bronzer, oh, the Rare Beauty one in my drawer. So I just switched them out because I want to get use out of all of my products. So this month I put the Makeup by Mario one in my drawer because this one is very, very long lasting. If you are looking for a cream bronzer that stays in place, this is the one to try. I definitely want to try the Makeup by Mario cream blushes. Those have been on my list ever since I tried this out. But I love this one for summertime because even on like a super hot day, my makeup will not move when I use this product. And then I purchased these as well. These are from NYX. They are the Wonder Sticks. So the first one is a bronzer highlighter duo. This one is in Universal Light. So on the top, you get a really pretty cream highlighter. And then, well, I was going to say on the bottom, but I guess just the other side, you get a cream bronzer. So far, I really like the cream bronzer. I'm not sold on the cream highlighter. Again, I feel like when I use the cream highlighter, it almost erases my foundation underneath. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the highlighter yet, but the bronzer is really pretty. I feel like it's a somewhat similar formula to the Makeup by Mario one in that it does last on the skin really, really well. And then I'm still in the process of testing out the blush. So I got the Light Peach and then also Baby Pink Duo. This is definitely a pigmented formula. You can sheer it out, but you can also build it up and it can look pretty intense on the cheeks. I don't think they have as many blush options. I want to say there are 3 duos, but you can mix the shades, wear them on their own. Again, this formula stays in place so well. So I think it could be a really great option for oily skin. I'm still in the process of testing this one out, so I'll keep you updated in the speed reviews video. I have these 2 cream blushes from Beauty Pie, which I love. These are really nice because they're very, very creamy. So I think they are just very easy to work with. They blend on the skin so easily. If you like to use your fingers, these are really nice because you can just dip your finger right into them, blend them on the cheeks. This one is in the color Fresh Faced, which I love. It's like a bright orangey pinky coral. And then this one is a little bit newer to me. This one is called Universal Pink, which is definitely brighter. You can build this one up to look pretty intense on the cheeks. I just have one more cream blush. This is from LYS Beauty. It is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and I have the shade Kindness. But this one really is like a true satin matte, how they describe it, which doesn't make sense, but I feel like when it comes to makeup, it almost does. Like there are some products that kind of pull a little bit satin, a little bit matte. It's like a matte cream blush with like just a hint of glow. It's not too intense at all. So that is the reason why I like this one, because if I want my cream blush to last all day and not like melt off my skin by the end of the day, this is the one I reach for. I think those are all of the cream cheek products I have in my drawer. The rest are powders. So I had to include my Milani blushes. These are turned around because they're so reflective. So I feel like the light keeps catching them and then the camera won't focus. But I've had the Milani baked blushes in my collection for a while. I feel like I've had different shades that have kind of come and gone. The one that's really remained the same this entire time ever since I tried these is the shade Luminoso, which is like my perfect everyday summer shade. It's such a gorgeous color. This one is the color Sunset Passion. This is so gorgeous. If you guys have been curious to try the Bare Minerals bronzers, which I do have, this is such a good alternative. This is Bare Minerals Kiss of Pink, this is Bare Minerals Kiss of Copper, and then this is Milani Sunset Passion. So these colors are kind of similar, but I almost think the Milani blush would be a good alternative to maybe the deepest Bare Minerals shade, but I don't know for sure because I don't have it. But as you can see, they all kind of have like that subtle glow to them, which I think is what makes them so pretty on the skin. So if you're looking for a more affordable alternative, I do think the Milani blushes come close. They're very, very similar. I do love the Bare Minerals blushes. I think these are gorgeous. So like I said, this one is Kiss of Pink. I've worn it quite a bit, and I haven't even had them that long, but these have really been like my go-to powder blushes lately. And then this one is Kiss of Copper, which is more of like a bronzy blush. But there's just something about them. They look so pretty on the cheeks. Actually, one of you guys asked me to swatch this next to the bronzers. This is the Bare Minerals blush in the shade Berry Amore, which might be kind of similar to Kiss of Pink. Let me see. So I do think Kiss of Pink and Berry Amore are kind of similar. Kiss of Pink is a little more pink toned, and then Berry Amore has more of like a true nude undertone, but on the cheeks, they probably look very, very close. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a look since my camera is focusing and I could actually do some swatches in today's video. I have a few blushes from Persona, which I love. Persona is quickly becoming one of my top brands. I feel like everything they release is so good. So this is the shade Georgia, which I did purchase, and I love it. I think it really is such a fun option for summer. In the pan, it doesn't look super bright, but you can definitely build this up to be more vibrant on the cheeks. I'll swatch it for you in just a second. So they actually saw me talking about that online, and they sent me 2 more. So this one, ooh, this is not showing up accurately on camera. This is so gorgeous. This is the shade Bubble. I feel like on camera it pulls very, very purple, but it's more of like a hot, bright pink. For some reason, my camera has a hard time picking up neon shades, but I cannot wait to wear this. I've seen it all over TikTok. And then they also sent me this shade Terracotta, which was really nice of them because I love the blush formula so much. This shade is Georgia, this one is Terracotta, and then this one is Bubble, which is so pretty. That's going to be such a fun color for summer. I've seen people use it and I feel like it just brightens up the face. It looks so gorgeous on the cheeks, so I can't wait to wear those 2 shades. I feel like we've been talking about cheek products for a while, but I just have 2 more to share with you guys. So this is the No Limits Matte Bronzer from the brand LYS. This one is in the shade Motivate. This is a bronzer that I do love. It's usually a little bit dark for me during the winter, so I feel like it will be perfect to break out for the summertime. So I'm going to enjoy using this over the next few months. And then I got a new highlighter from Catrice. This is the More Than Glow highlighter in the shade Beyond Golden Glow. So I decided to grab this and I'm so excited. Let me just swatch it. This is such a good formula if you love an intense highlighter. First of all, it just melts into the skin, so it doesn't look heavy on the skin, but it just gives your cheeks like the most reflective glow. It's so, so pretty. So if you like an intense glow, this is definitely the highlighter to try. Okay, let's move on to complexion products. This is such a messy section of my drawer. I did add in the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I was using the Power Grip Primer and I pretty much used it up. I have a little tiny bit left. So instead of running out and repurchasing that right away, I just thought I would use this. They're very, very similar. The Jelly Pop has like a very strong watermelon scent. So if you don't like a scented primer, this is not the one to try. but it definitely locks my makeup into place really well, which is why I did want to include it for the summertime, because even on a hot summer day, this will work really well. I do have this primer, which is an older primer, but I wanted to break it back out now that it's summertime again. It's the Makeup Revolution Liquid Powder. I think this was supposed to be a dupe for the Farsali Liquid Powder Serum. That has been discontinued and I'm out of it, unfortunately. That was like my ideal summertime primer when I wanted my skin to stay super matte. I hope they bring it back now that Farsali is back, because they did bring back a couple of like their best sellers, but I haven't seen that one for sale yet. So I thought I would try out this Makeup Revolution one again. It's not quite as intense as the Farsali, which actually it could be a good option for me because I feel like I don't typically want as matte of a look as I used to. So I do think that could actually end up working out really well. I do have this new Milk Makeup Matte Primer. This one is called the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This actually comes in 2 sizes, which is great. So they have a full-size version for $36 and a smaller version for $18. I've been enjoying this one. It's not overly mattifying. My skin will still get a little bit oily by the end of the day, but I like this because it's lightly mattifying. It also has a really nice smoothing, blurring property to it, so my foundation looks really smooth and even. This is from Mented. One of you guys told me that you love this primer, so I actually picked it up. I purchased so many products based on your recommendations. I actually want to do a video on like products my subscribers made me buy because I've gotten a lot of good recommendations from you guys, but I love this. I love it because it's in a stick form. So you can really target the areas where you want to apply this product. And again, I'm not as into like a super matte look as I used to be. I mean, my skin's oily, so I still need mattifying products and just long-lasting products in general. But what I like about this is I can kind of go in and apply it to like my nose, my T-zone, and it will mattify those areas and also just smooth them out really nicely. This is from Say. This is the, what is it called? Glowy Super Gel, and I have the shade Star Glow. I think that this is a really gorgeous product. So at first I thought it was a liquid highlighter, which I think you can use as a liquid highlighter, but the way that I like to use it, and I know a lot of other people do too, is as a glowy primer. Or you can mix it in with your foundation as well. But I love this because, you know, there are days where I do want a little bit more of a glowy base without it being too over the top, and this product is so gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of the finish that you get with the Tula sunscreen. It just gives your skin the most beautiful natural glow, and I didn't even apply a lot to the back of my hand, so you could definitely go in with more. But what I like about this is that it's so lightweight, so it doesn't feel like you're applying anything too heavy. So you can mix it with other primers, you can layer it on top, you can layer it with foundation, and it just gives your skin like a beautiful radiance. As far as foundation goes, I've actually been mixing. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. I have the shade LG3. So what I'll do is I'll take the Pure foundation and I'll usually apply it in the center of my face where I tend to get red and need a little bit more coverage. And then anywhere where I'm like breaking out or I have like acne scarring, and then I'll take a concealer. And honestly, it kind of depends, but these are the two that I've been using the most often. And I'll just take this and apply a little bit of this around the perimeter of my face and just blend it all together. What I like about this is that it has a satin finish. So it definitely makes your skin look glowy, but it stays in place really, really well. And it has pretty good coverage. So I feel like mixing this with a Pure foundation just gives my skin more of a naturally glowy look, but I still get coverage. So on days when I feel like I need a good amount of coverage, I'll use these two combined, like the concealer and the foundation. On days where I feel like I don't need a ton of coverage and I just want more of like a medium coverage look, I'll use the foundation mixed with the Say concealer. This is the Hydro Beam concealer. I would say it's definitely more of like a light coverage concealer. You can build it up to some extent, but this looks so glowy, so gorgeous on the skin. And I feel like by mixing these two together and using it as my base or my foundation, it just gives my skin, again, more of a naturally glowy look. Random question, I burned myself with a curling iron twice, and I feel like it's pretty much faded, but I almost have like a little bit of a scar left behind. What should I do about that? Since you guys always have good tips. I know there are scar gels. I don't know if it will just completely go away, but I feel like this has been here for a while. So if you have any tips, please let me know. Have I talked about this in a video? I filmed a video that's not up on my channel yet. I filmed it like 2 weeks ago on products I've changed my mind about because I was kind of pre-filming for when I was going to be out of town with my family at the beach, which is coming up, but you'll see that in a few weeks. And I haven't really talked about this on my channel, but I'll talk more about it in that video. Anyway, long story short, I didn't like this when I first tried it, Now I love it. It looks so good on the skin, so smooth, really, really even. So I've been enjoying this one a lot. I also have the LYS Triple Fix. You know what? I might take this one out of my everyday makeup drawer because this has been in here for a little while. So I'm going to take that one out so I can focus on a couple of other ones. This one's been in here for a while too. Yeah, I'll take this one out too. It's the KVD. I don't want to take this one out. The KVD Good Apple. I love this one on days when I need like good coverage, especially when I'm spot concealing. So I'm going to leave that one in here. This one is from NYX. It's the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I just recently got this and it looks really good on the skin. So I'm going to keep this one in here too. Really, those are the ones that I've been loving. I did add this back in. I haven't worn this for a little while. The Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Normally I wear this one. This is the Catrice True Skin Foundation. And this has been my favorite for a while at this point. So I just recently repurchased this one. I was trying to use other foundations in my collection and just, you know, use what I have, but I just feel like I miss this. It makes my skin look really good, very even. It wears really well. So this is kind of like my staple foundation, but this was my go-to for years, especially during the summertime. So I wanted to put it back in my drawer. Over here, I have powder. I have a lot of powder in my drawer right now because it is summertime. My skin is oily and I definitely have to have powder. I can't wear foundation if I don't use powder because it will just melt right off my skin. So I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder. I think this is a little bit too light for me right now. I just repurchased it in the shade Fair 4 and I think I need to go up a shade or two. This worked well for me during the winter time, but now that it's summer, I feel like I have a slight tan, or if I'm applying self-tanner, this will probably just be too light. But this is my favorite powder because it makes my skin look very smooth and it also keeps my skin really matte. This powder is from LYS Beauty. It's the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder, and this is my favorite for setting my under eye concealer. I put the Urban Decay All Nighter back in my drawer. This is a summertime staple of mine. It definitely keeps my skin super matte. This locks my foundation into place so well, better than pretty much any powder I've tried. During the summertime and even the spring and the fall, it can be a little much because it is really mattifying, but during the summer, it is definitely a staple. I just have the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation, so I have two shades. I have Light 205N, which, ooh, this looks messy, whatever. I use this all the time, so some products in my collection end up looking a little messy if I use them a lot, but this is just a little bit too light for me, but if I'm using a foundation that's a little bit too dark, it works out. So typically I'll just mix these together or kind of go back and forth. And then this is Light 210N, which is just slightly too dark for me. So that is why I have two of them. I love this powder foundation. It is my favorite. When I was placing my Catrice order for the foundation and I got the highlighter, I also got this. I used to have this in my collection a long time ago. It's the Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, and it's supposed to be waterproof. I haven't tried it for, I want to say maybe like a year or two at this point. It's been a little while. It's been long enough that I can't remember how much I liked it. I just know that I did like it because there was a time when I was repurchasing it over and over. So I thought summer would be the perfect time to try it out again. This is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, which is one of my favorites during the summertime as well. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm, and I have the shade 2. I do like this. I don't think I've been getting as much use out of it as I originally thought I would, just because I feel like I don't always know how to work this into my routine. I think the most ideal way for me to work it into my routine is if I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but I feel like I need a little coverage. I want my skin to be even and smooth and blurred. I'll take this product and then just go in with like a little bit of concealer on top. But I feel like this shade is maybe a little bit too light for the summer. I got the shade 2, and it looks lighter on the skin than it does in the pan. Anyway, before we move on to eyes, I just have these two products. I'll share some of my lip products I'll be using at the end of this video, but I just include like these go-to lip balms next to my complexion products because I'll put them on before I do my makeup. So I have the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I love this. This is such a good option. It's so plush feeling. It's so comfortable, and I don't know, like I'm not the type of person that always has to have something on my lips, but if I feel like that, this is what I reach for just because it's so comfortable. It's so soft, incredibly hydrating. This is the Beauty Pie Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. I actually went to order a few more shades, but they were sold out of the shades I wanted. So I was waiting for them to restock, and then I think they're actually getting new shades of this as well. I saw on their Instagram. So I cannot wait to try those because this is one of my favorite lip products ever. In fact, I'm getting close to using this up, and I feel like that very rarely happens, but this is so nice. It's very, again, very comfortable on the lips. It feels really luxurious. It's glossy, but it's not overly oily. I almost use this one as a lip treatment because I feel like it preps my lips really well before I go in and do my makeup. But I also like to wear this when I don't want like a colorful lip product. When I want something on my lips, but I don't want like a clear gloss because this has shimmer in it. So it almost adds like a little bit of dimension to the lips. It's so pretty. This has been in my drawer for the past few months. Let me share the eyeshadow palettes that I'll be using for the next few months. I have 3 ColourPop palettes. One of my go-tos is Nude Mood. I love this one so much, especially during the summer because it's a very warm toned palette. I've been using this one a lot lately when I just want like a very quick, simple look. But even if I want a little bit more of a dramatic look, I'll reach for this shade or this shade in the outer corner, and it's perfect. So I wanted to put this one in my drawer because I've been using it so much lately anyway. ColourPop just released a new collection, so I have some of those products in my drawer. I haven't tried this yet. I just got it in the mail. It's called In the Springs, and I think this is such a fun color story for summer. I love it. It kind of reminds me of, what was it, like 2016, 2017, maybe 2018 when brands were doing like warm toned palettes with pops of blues, pops of greens. But I'm all for it because I do tend to like more of a warm toned look during the summer. And one of my goals this summer is to wear more colorful eyeshadow and just do it at least like once or twice a week because I miss it so much. So this is a really fun way to pull in some colorful eyeshadow. And then I also included this palette. This is the Malibu Barbie palette. I love this. They came out with this last summer, I want to say. And again, it's like a warm toned palette with a pop of blue, but you also get other fun pops of color like yellow and pink. There are some fun oranges. And this palette is just really good in terms of quality. If they still have this, I definitely recommend it. I think it's such a fun option for the summertime. These palettes were in my drawer last time, but I still wanted to include them in my everyday makeup drawer for summer. So this is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette. And I just love this one because it has staple neutrals and then you do get some warm tones, but overall it's just such an easy palette to use and you can get a really beautiful look every time. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2. So I did a video ranking all of the palettes that I've tried in 2022 and I did rank this at number 1. I've been loving this so much. It really is one of my all-time favorite palettes. It's just so gorgeous. Out of the 2, I like this one better personally because I like that it's more rosy toned and I think the quality is better than the first, but I do think they're really fun to use together too. Then I have some older palettes, the Urban Decay Naked Heat. It's been a little while since I've worn this one, and when I was doing my declutter, I couldn't really remember the last time I used it. I think I typically do use this during the summertime, but I wanted to break it back out again and just fall in love with it again because I do love this one so much. And then I also have the Urban Decay Naked Wild West, which I love. Again, it's kind of like that warm toned palette with some pops of green or like greenish blue. This is such a fun palette for the summertime because again, you get your staple warm tones. You also get some cool tones in here too. So I just wanted to get some more use out of them. I feel like the Naked palettes, I love them a lot, but I have to make more of a conscious effort to use them because there are other palettes that I tend to reach for a little bit more. So I don't want them to just sit there because they are gorgeous, and when I use them, I always love my look. I know I said I want to incorporate more color, and those are kind of a lot of neutral palettes that I'll be using, but as far as color goes, I'll probably be focusing a lot on my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. So I just chose 5 to start with, just 5 really beautiful, vibrant colors, and I'm going to be wearing them quite a bit over the next few months. This one is Fruit Punch. This is kind of similar to what I'm wearing right now. I cannot wait to wear this one. I feel like it's such an interesting color. And then I have this shade Coconut. This is like an older ColourPop shadow that they brought back, and it's beautiful. It's like a really vibrant blue. This looks so pretty all over the lid, and I think there are some blues in those palettes that I shared with you that will go really well with that. This one is Ripple. I used to be all about purple eyeshadow and I just haven't been wearing it as much lately. I think this one would just look so pretty all over the eye if you just kind of like shear it out and you have like a sparkly wash of purple. And then I have this one. This is like an older favorite. I don't have any of my staple colors in here, so I'll probably add those in too. But this one is Mycelium. It's from the Raw Beauty Christie collection. Mine is looking rough because I use this one so much, but I think it's been discontinued, so I'll have to see if I can find a good alternative. And then I have the shade Roy G. Biv. This one's a really pretty, like sparkly pink, which again will just be fun for summertime. So I have a very big selection of ColourPop Super Shock shadows that I will have a lot of fun playing with over the next few weeks because I really do want to incorporate more color. This is the Makeup Revolution Line Fix Under Eye Primer. This is so interesting. So I mentioned this briefly in a video that I just did, and some of you guys told me that this is such a staple for you. I've been testing it out and I do like it. You guys told me less is more. So I think maybe I've been using a little bit too much of this product. It works really well. I mean, it definitely primes my under eyes. So when I go in with concealer, it's just very smooth. And I do feel like it almost diminishes the lines a little bit. I don't know, I've been enjoying it. So I have that in here. And then I have a couple of new blush sticks from Persona Cosmetics. So I just got these in the mail. I do love the Persona bronzer so much. Again, that was in my everyday makeup drawer last time I did this. But they just came out with these multi-sticks. So you can use these on the cheeks, on the lips. The reason why I like their bronzer sticks so much is because it is so smooth and creamy. And it was one of the first cream bronzers that I really fell in love with because for me, the reason why I've been intimidated by cream products in the past is because I've had difficulty blending them out. But that cream bronzer blends out so effortlessly. I think it's going to be the same case with these blushes because this is so creamy. So here's the shade Bubble, which looks exactly like the powder blush, but in cream form. Here's the shade Kiss. That is so gorgeous. I feel like that will look really pretty on the lips too. And then here's the shade Teddy, which you could totally use as a bronzer as well, depending on your skin tone or what you normally go for. These look so dewy, really, really glowy. So I'm excited to wear them. I think the colors are gorgeous. I like that they're all so different, but I'm really curious to wear the shade Bubble. I can't wait to incorporate it into my makeup routine this summer. Let me flip this around so I can show you guys which eye products I have in here. So I have the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Gel, which I love. This one does such a great job. This is kind of like a dry formula, so I feel like it's very effortless to use. You can build it up super easily. I also love the Kosas Brow Gel. This is like my all-around favorite brow gel. This has a ton of pigment, so it really does make a difference. But sometimes I won't reach for this on days when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup because I feel like my brows can get dramatic very, very quickly. But all around it is my favorite just because I love the formula, I love the color, the brush is perfect, so I have this one. And then recently I tried out the Profusion Good Brow Day Waterproof Tinted Brow Gel, and I do like this one. This one is a little bit more subtle. The wand is super tiny, so I feel like you do get more of a precise application. It kind of reminds me of the Essence Brow Gel, so if you like that one, you'll probably like the Profusion one too. I have two eye primers. So I have the Smashbox one, which makes my eyes feel super silky, really, really smooth, which is great if I'm doing more of a dramatic makeup look because the eyeshadow just glides on really easily. But if I want my eyeshadow to stay in place really well, I'll usually reach for Milani because this one is more mattifying. My pug got this one, if you guys can tell on the cap. She also got the NYX Thick It Stick It. She's 8 years old, but after all this time, she still like steals my makeup like she's a puppy. I have a few shadow sticks in here. These are from e.l.f. As I was kind of thinking about my eyeshadow for the summertime, I knew that I wanted to do something colorful, so I have the Cookies and Dreams one, just the white one. I feel like that could be perfect for the inner corner, and then I could put any colorful shadow on top and it will just stay in place really well. I also have the blue one, which is so pretty, and then the mint one from the Mint Melt line. I kind of have a lot of mascara in here, so I have the ColourPop Level Up Lengthening Mascara, which I love to use on my bottom lashes. That's how I've been mainly using this. And then if another mascara isn't very good, I'll layer this one on top just for some added drama. I have the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I think I got this during the holidays as part of a set. This looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, doesn't it? Like the wand is the exact same. I feel like there are so many Hourglass wands at this point, but this one looks identical. I just opened this one, so I'm still in the process of testing out. I don't want to say that I love it or hate it. I don't love it or hate it, to be honest with you. It just kind of falls in the middle. But I feel like sometimes it takes a little while. Like once the mascara starts to dry out, sometimes it's a little bit better. So we'll see about that one. I'm not sold either way. This one is the Item Beauty Lash Snack Mascara, which I love. I love this one so much. Look at this wand. I never would have guessed that I would love this until I tried it because of the wand, but it does a really great job at separating and lengthening and lifting the lashes, and it's only $15, so it's definitely more affordable than a lot of other high-end mascaras. This is the Say Mascara. Actually, I'm not going to go through all of these because I've talked about these a lot on my channel. I tested out a little set like a Sephora favorite set that came with a bunch of minis. I have these four, and then I also have the Item Beauty mascara. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the entire set, I'll link my speed reviews video below. But I really enjoyed trying it out. It's been such a nice way to try out different formulas. Mini mascaras last a really long time. Honestly, I shouldn't have opened that Tarte one because I still have all of these minis to go through. But I've just been curious about mascara lately. It's been a category that I've just been having fun trying out. But the minis are nice to have, so I'm going to focus on using those up before I open up any more mascara. I have a bunch of random products here. So I have the Kosas Brow Pop, which is a brow pencil that I've been enjoying. I have the Profusion Wing It, which is like a super fine liquid liner. It's so tiny. I don't know that I like it because I feel like I have to go over my winged liner like 4 times to get the size of the wing that I want. But if you like a very small wing, like just something very natural, you might enjoy that. I also have the Flower Beauty winged liner, which is a felt tip. I've been enjoying this one. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but I feel like it gets the job done. So I'm just trying to use that one up. And then I have the Beauty Pie liquid liner, which I do really like. This is a felt tip as well, but this is very dark, super dramatic, and it just glides on the eye easily. So I definitely prefer this one to the Flower Beauty one. This is the Profusion Brow Pen, which I have been enjoying because I do think this is a little bit softer than some of my other brow pens. So on days where I have more natural makeup, this has come in handy for sure. And then I have the Urban Decay Brow Blade, which will always be in my everyday makeup drawer because it is my go-to. So in this container, I have some of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips, which I love. These are so gorgeous. I feel like they have been sold out for a while because they did go viral on TikTok. It might be more ideal to go directly to Tarte's website, but they're so gorgeous. They're like liquefied lip glosses. They're so melty, but so pretty on the lips. Like you can just tell it's super glossy. So this is the shade Petal. And then really my go-to lip product when I want color is the ColourPop Glowing Lip Formula. These are so pretty. This one is my favorite. This one is the color Indulge Me. They're basically glossy lipsticks. They're so pretty. I like to wear them on their own, but they're also nice over lipstick. Like if you have a lipstick that's a little bit dry and uncomfortable, these are perfect. They just launched 4 new shades, so I will swatch those. I have a good amount of these. So they did like an initial collection, and then they did some during their Peeps collection. I just love them. But I'll swatch the new shades for you. This one is Botanicals. It's kind of sheer. Actually, I kind of want to swatch that next to Indulge Me because I feel like that is very close to Indulge Me. It's not really. This is Indulge Me and this is Botanicals. Indulge Me is a little more, it's not quite as sheer and it's like slightly pinkier. That's a gorgeous color. That's Desert Aura. So the only other orange one I have is this one from the Peeps collection. But just in case you have that one, here's what they look like next to each other. Desert Aura is definitely more orangey. This one is called Mid-Century. It kind of looks like the shade Get Right. They're pretty different. Mid-Century is more of like a brick-toned red, and then Get Right is more of a cherry red. Here's Adults Only, and then here's Botanicals. So they're both from this collection. This is the first one I swatched. I just feel like they look kind of similar, so I just wanted to swatch them next to each other. They're pretty close. I don't know that you necessarily need both, but Adults Only is like slightly pinkier. Please tell me if these swatches are helpful or if they just drag the video out because I feel like this video is like twice as long as it is when I normally film these. This is the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in the shade Mocha Glow. This is the Item Beauty Lip Oil in the shade Come Through. I love this. It's so pretty on the lips. It smells so good. It has like a strong peach candy scent, which I think is a lot of fun for summer. I have 2 of the Buxom lipsticks. I just put these in my everyday makeup drawer because I haven't worn a lot of like regular lipstick lately, but on days when I want like a nude lip, I can never find my go-to shade. So this is Goddess, and then I also wear this shade a lot. This one is called Fly Girl. These are so smooth, really comfortable on the lips. So this is one of my favorite lipstick lines. I have the Ulta Beauty Tinted Jelly Balm. This one is in Mango, which I love so much. I also got another one. It's like a dark raspberry color, Watermelon. I got Watermelon. I got a new shade of the Patrick Ta Gloss. So this one is Superficial, and then I just got Full Syringe. I haven't worn it yet. I'm so excited to wear it. These like sheer cherry red lip glosses have been my favorite. Let me just swatch it. I couldn't decide if I wanted Full Syringe or 2ccs, which was like a light pink. These are really sheer. So I don't know that you really need like a bunch of shades, but I do feel like this would look really pretty on top of a lip liner, but also just on its own. This is the Tower 28 lip gloss in the shade Spicy. And then I have the NYX This Is Juice Gloss. I'm going to film a TikTok and an Instagram reel on like all of my favorite sheer cherry red lip products for summertime. So that should be up any day now. And then I just have 2 of my Kaja glosses. So that is it. That is everything in my everyday makeup drawer for summer. You guys, I swear I've been filming for like an hour and a half. So I need to cut this down because I've been here all day, and I'm sure you guys don't want to sit through a video that long. If you are still watching, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I love sitting down and chatting with you guys about makeup in any sort of video, but I just sometimes like these more casual, laid back videos where we can just talk and swatch products, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So thanks for watching. I'll put some more of my recent videos on the screen for you in case you want to stick around a little bit longer, and I'll see you guys very soon with a new one. Bye.